Hello Aries, happy birthday to all Aries born in March. One of them is my son. My son was born in March. And this is the message especially for early born Aries, means, right around the sun when it enters into Aries. And this is the transit chart of when the sun ingresses into Aries, which is March the 20th. Okay, so if you are born, or even if you are late degree Pisces, so this is gonna affect you as well, but I'm gonna do Pisces as well. But this part of the video is actually concerning Aries. So if you are born the first decade of March or Aries, sorry, which means March born Aries, this is gonna affect you like 100%. Okay, but all Aries are involved in here. So once again, this reading is for Aries and Aries. I'll say it again. Happy birthday, beautiful Aries. Okay, so Venus retrograde in your sign and Mercury retrograde in your sign or in your house. Venus is the ruler of your second house, okay, and your seventh house. Your source of income, your money, your values, all kind of values, okay? And your seventh house is your relationship with the other, all others, including your enemy, your known enemies. So when I say others, is anybody you live with, even if you're not married, you're single. So whoever you live or around you, that's what others. If you are married or in a romantic relationship, then that rules over your relationship. That rules also the seventh house rules your job, your known enemy. Okay? And Mercury is the ruler of your third house and the ruler of your sixth house, where we've just had a full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo. So the third house is the house of your communication, your car, your method of transportation, short distance travel, your telecom, your devices, your electronics, your gadgets, blah, blah, and so on and so forth. And also rules over your sixth house, which is your daily routine, the groups you belong to, okay, your co-workers, and also your health and your pets. And both are retrograde, Venus and Mercury. So what does that tell you? So you need to focus, and they are both in your house, the house of the self, of me, myself, and I, your identity, your body. Okay? So what do you need to do now? You need to focus on you. What is serving you? What's fulfilling for you? What's serving your higher purpose? The sun. That's your higher purpose. The sun is exalted here. You want to be happy. The sun in your chart is exalted. So you feel happy and you want to be happy. You want to do everything that makes you happy. You want to do everything that fulfills you. However, you have two major planets are in retrograde. So you need to reevaluate everything related to your second and your seventh, and also repair and revisit everything related to your third and your sixth. Remember, redo, reshape, reinvent, repair, refix, I don't know, everything starts with R-E. Don't do anything new, okay? Do not try to do any cosmetic procedure. Do not try to cut your hair around this time because it's going to go wrong. Even though cutting your hair is not as drastic, or coloring your hair, but if you're doing tattoo or, if you are doing a cosmetic procedure, then that's going to be impossible to undo, okay? Or change, or, it's kind of impossible. It's going to be very difficult and it's going to go wrong, okay? Because, Venus in your chart, in your house, There are lots of you who wanted to do something new, buy new clothes. It's okay, even if you change your mind, as long as you keep your receipts and Mercury retrograde. But don't take action of buying something new or something expensive. You have to keep your receipts and don't do something that can't be undone. That's technically what I want to tell you, Aries, okay? So, don't make drastic changes to your appearance, okay? So you don't regret it later. Don't take drastic decisions related to your money or your relationship, because once again, you're going to change your mind, okay? And one thing I want to remind you and also be mindful of, be careful of what you say. Be careful of, don't get involved or engaged in, arguments or debates, okay? Try to control your tongue. And I'm serious, Aries. Don't say something harsh or blunt because you might regret it. It might, create issue that you don't want to deal with. Okay, so watch over, because once again, Mercury is retrograde and rules your communication, your conversation with others. And because Mercury retrograde in your house under the rulership of Mars, you might feel like, you're rushing or you're impulsive and you're going to say something that harsh or blunt that's going to hurt somebody, either in your family or your relationship or whatever, or your co-workers or something like this. Because remember, Mercury retrograde and rules also over your 6th and 7th. So that's also related to your work. So be careful of what you're saying, okay? And watch out. Once again, happy birthday, Aries, and that's what I have for you for this coming week. And I am going to have a new video about the new moon solar eclipse in your house, because that's very beautiful for you, Aries, okay? I love you, Aries. Good luck. Hello, Taurus. Okay, so Taurus, everything is happening and all these activities are happening in your 12th house. And maybe lots of you Taurus are listening to this video and you are a cusper, Taurus Aries, okay? Maybe you are a rising Aries, or maybe you are a Sun Aries and rising Taurus. So regardless, or even if you have moon in Taurus or a stellium in Taurus, you need to listen to this predictions, okay? So anyways, everything is happening in your 12th house, and Venus, your ruler, because you're ruled by Venus, and Venus is sitting here in your 12th house, okay? Venus also rules over your 6th house. Libra is your 6th house. So what I see, the energy here, and Mercury rules over your 2nd house and over your 5th house. And both of them are retrograde in your 12th house. So what's happening here? It's like you are hitting a reality or a realization. It's a harsh realization, harsh reality related to some sort of past experience that is resurfacing in your life, related to your 6th house, to your 5th house, or to your 2nd house. Remember, Mercury and Venus, and both are in your 12th house. It could be a past experience, it could be a past trauma, okay? It could be an illness, it could be something related to your children, 5th house, remember? It could be related to an ex. It could be related to a co-worker. It could be also related to the money to your source of income. Because remember, Mercury rules over your 2nd house. And everything is retrograde. So you need to reevaluate how you spend your money, reevaluate your values, reevaluate your perception of certain people or people or situation, or how you speak to people, how you react, okay? Because Venus is your ruler, and Venus is retrograde, okay? For some of you, it's unless, as I said, you need to do some blood work, you need to take care of your health, physical appearance, physical looks. It could be related to addictions or bad habits like drinking, indulging, or taking recreational drugs or narcotics or escapism or whatever, because it's the 12th house. Something hidden you do, nobody knows about it but you. Okay? It could be related to the experience you've had. You never shared this experience you've had with your ex, your spouse, and maybe you lied about it. You didn't say anything because remember, Neptune is almost entering here and Mercury is retrograde. So I see the energy of deception and lies. This is something you're hiding. You don't speak about it. You don't tell anybody about it. Okay? So you need to reevaluate. Maybe you need to forgive yourself. Maybe you need to do, regression, past life regression. You need to heal yourself. You need to overcome the fear you have, because for some of you, Taurus, I feel like you're fearful that somebody knows about this. Maybe you're entering something new and you're scared that maybe somebody knows about this past experience because you're not talking about it. It could be related, because the sun is a representation of a male figure, a masculine figure. So it could be related to your father, your brother, your spouse, okay, or a friend or a sibling, but it's a representation of a masculine energy, masculine figure, okay? So, once again, it could be even related to loss of money, debt, okay? Or you owe money to somebody, or somebody owes you money, or you never paid your debt. So you need to reevaluate all of this. You need to look at it again. Do not repeat the same pattern, okay? You need to fix or resolve the issue, okay? If it's a debt owed to you, or even you owe debt, you feel like there are obstacles, it's taken too long, because once again, Mercury rules your second, okay? You could be in dire need to help a child, because that's the 5th house. Or maybe you lost money, because remember, the 5th house where there is a full lunar, there was a lunar eclipse, full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo. So maybe you tried to buy a lottery ticket or something and you lost lots of money. You don't want to tell anybody about it, okay? So I'm just giving you different scenarios because I see some people being through this. Or maybe your pet is ill or needs a surgery and you need money. Because Mercury retrograde and the ruler of your 2nd house, you are in need of the money, okay? There is delay. So you need to take a step back and reevaluate all these situations, okay? And try to come up with a solution. Remember, we will have a new moon solar eclipse in Aries in your 12th house at the end of the month. So be patient, okay? Because I see for some of you that you are going to get help, or there is a new door that's going to open for you. As long as you're being honest, because quite frankly, Taurus, okay, with these planets in your 12th house, I see deception, I see lies, I see secrets, I see hidden motives. So if you have done that to somebody else, you need to apologize in order to clear the karma. Or, speak up about it and face it. That's what I have for you, Taurus. Good luck. Hello, Gemini. Okay, so as you see in the chart here, I'm focusing on the 20th of March because that's when the sun enters into Aries, and then 2 days later, on the 22nd, the sun is going to form a Venus Cazimi, a conjunction with Venus. And then 2 days later, on the 24th, the sun is going to be in conjunction with Mercury, your ruler, which is once again on the 24th, which is Mercury Cazimi. Okay, but it's going to be very close to this chart, so that's why I'm showing you the transit on the 20th of March. Okay, so Jupiter, the ruler of your 7th house, is in your house, okay? And it's forward. And you are ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is, also the ruler of your 4th house. This is your 4th house, okay? And is currently in your 11th house and is retrograde, okay? Venus rules your 12th house, and Venus also rules over your 5th house. Both of them are retrograde in your 11th house. So what does that tell me? Also, the moon, as you see here on the 20th, is opposing you, in opposition to you, in your opposite sign. So that speaks volume about deception related to family matter, okay, or your house, or your, I don't know, your homeland, your family members, okay. It also is related to a relationship or your kids. There is issue here in these houses, okay. Your 1st house, I feel that there is something that you don't want it to face. You are disappointed somehow. You are in disillusionment. It could be also, not could be, for some of you, it's also related to the group you work with, or your social media, or, you know, the team you work with, okay? It's stirring your emotions. You are crying. You feel like you regret something you've done. And I'm not going to lie to you, Gemini, okay? I'm not going to lie to you. I am not going to make it, I'm going to make you wear rose-colored glasses. I'm not going to say that like other astrologers, and I'm going to make it rosy and cozy for you. I'm going to face you, and I'm going to face you with the truth, okay? And look, guys, I have never told you, I've had a very, very disappointing experience with a Gemini person, okay? But doesn't mean all Geminis are doing that, but I'm just saying, okay? This is the energy now. You have done something that hurt people in your family, okay? Or co-workers or spouse. You are very emotional at this time. You don't know what to do. You are very like in a regretful position. Something that wasn't pleasant, okay? And once again, it could be also related to your co-workers, to the group you belong to. It could be you lied, you spread rumors, you spread something in social media, or maybe you work for the media and you're lying. Listen to me carefully. It's going to backfire. I'm sorry. There is a backlash. If you lie, if you deceived somebody, it's going to backfire. So be prepared, okay? I can't make it or, you know, color it for you. Remember, Venus is the ruler of your 12th house, so there's something hidden you're not talking about, or maybe you hide it from your spouse, from your family, your children. It could be related to, you know, a relationship you've had, something that's behind the scene, that's not, you deceived your spouse, or, you know, because I see here that there's the moon in opposition to Jupiter. It's like there's something going to be exposed, so be prepared. There is going to be something put out to the public, exposed. If you lied, if you deceived your partner or family member, you took their money, their share of the inheritance, whatever it is, okay, it's going to be exposed. I'm sorry, Gemini. We just have a full moon in your 4th house, lunar eclipse in your 4th house, okay? And that's what I have for you. Be prepared for the consequence if you've done something. If you haven't done anything, okay, which I'm sorry, I'm just going to say it, because Mercury is retrograde and you're ruled by Mercury, and Neptune is the ruler of your 10th house, okay, is also entering into your 11th house. So there is something hidden. There is some sort of deception here. Neptune is very close to Mercury, okay? And Mercury is retrograde. This speaks volume of deception, of lies. Okay, so whatever it is, the situation, Gemini, be honest, tell the truth, and fix the issue. Okay, that's what I have for you, Gemini. Good luck.